There is this Nigerian lady that attended SHS in Ghana and she went back to Nigeria, but she's back. She says Ghana is very expensive, yes, but Ghana fufu and light soup is the best in the whole of the world. Let's go into the video, watch her sharing her experience coming back to visit Ghana. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go.
The first point I'm going to have to tell you, I'm sure everybody knows this. Ghana is really expensive. It is the most expensive city I have been in Africa, and I've been to a couple of cities in Africa. Everything is expensive. Transportation is expensive, accommodation is expensive, data is expensive, literally everything is expensive. And the craziest thing is that transportation is freaking expensive, but you cannot blame them because fuel is freaking 12 cedis 30 pesos. Like, me being a Nigerian, if I convert that into Naira, that's basically 900 per liter. That is insane. It is absurd. Like, I'm like, when they told me that it was 12 cedis 30 pesos, I was like, huh? Like, ain't no way. Like, why is petrol so expensive? Like, it doesn't make any sense in a West African country that is still developing. I was just like, wow. And we complained back home that petrol was increased to like 500 naira, and we're like, it is too expensive and all of that, and these people are going through all of this. Like, wow. This brings me to my second point, which is the Ubers, the Bolts, and like service taxis will not put on AC for you, which brings us back to the point where petrol is freaking skyrocket high. Like, there's no AC in any taxi for you. I was privileged enough to have like family members that drive in Accra, so I really didn't have transportation issues, but they would always complain whenever they like pick you up or like take you somewhere because fuel is just so expensive. So when I started using like Ubers and like Bolts, and I noticed like the taxi men were not turning on the AC, I had to speak up and like ask, like, what is going on? Why are we never using the AC in the taxi? And then one was patient enough to break down the whole process to me. So my pineapples, moving on to the third thing, accommodation is very expensive, and I do not understand why a West African country prices all their accommodation and like rates in the US dollars. Like, I don't understand why everything is in US dollars. Accommodation is freaking expensive in the cities like Accra and stuff. So if you're planning on relocating, I feel like you should move towards like the outskirts of Accra, maybe like Adenta, Tema, Pasema, and places like that. There's no space in Accra anymore. Accra is so populated. It's literally a mega city as it is now. You have to like go outside, like spread your wings and go outside so you can get accommodation, and even still it is quite expensive. And just prepare and brace yourself, because if you're not making money in dollars, you will suffer. If you are making money in Naira or cedis, it might never be enough. So if you're going there as an American or like a British, or like, you know, or you're Nigerian, you make money in dollars, or like you're from Africa but you make money in dollars, you would have no issue because the exchange rate favors like foreign hard currency. So the fourth thing I noticed is that when I spoke to a lot of Ghanaians, they were complaining about like how tourism has inflated the cost of living there, and I was just like, it makes a lot of sense to me because there are a lot of Americans relocating to Ghana, especially like the Eburi area and stuff like that. They have come with their dollars. I know this sounds very funny, but they have come with their dollars during 30 December and they have inflated everything. Everything is freaking expensive. The Airbnbs are expensive, the hotels are expensive, the guest house are expensive. So when these foreigners come and like spend these hard currencies, and yes, it is improving the economy, but it is improving the economy of the government, but the people, the everyday people, the indigenous, suffer for it at the end of the day. When you're done with your vacation, when you're done with your 30 December, these people have to spend at the rate at which you guys are spending, which makes absolutely no sense to me. And I'm coming from Lagos. Lagos is a very expensive city, one of the most expensive cities to live in Africa, because in Lagos you pay for everything. You pay for life, you pay for food, you pay for everything. You buy it by yourself. So coming from Lagos and I'm saying Accra is really expensive, you can tell how bad it is. So for the food, somebody dropped me a comment saying that some Nigerians say Ghanaian fufu and light soup is a concoction. If you do not know, please let me correct you. If you're a non-Ghanaian, Ghanaian fufu and light soup is literally one of the best meals in the whole of Africa. Quote me. Take me anywhere. I wouldn't change my statement. I come from Nigeria where we have pounded yam, fufu, eba, and all of that. I would choose fufu and light soup a billion times. Like, that's my stuff. Like, I need to learn how to make fufu and light soup because I love it that much. I want to make it for myself and eat it like every Sunday because it's just so delish. Okay, so another point is that movies are freaking expensive. So we went to see a movie at the Accra Mall, and so me and my sister went with our high school friend. He's Nigerian as well, and we went to high school together, and we just like linked up. And when he was paying for the tickets, we're just talking and gisting, and he was like, "Oh, the tickets are 300 Ghana cedis." I'm like, "What do you mean 300 Ghana cedis? Like, you just want to watch Indiana Jones? Like, it's not even 3D, it's not even IMAX, it's just like a basic cinema, and it's like one person's 100 Ghana cedis." I'm like, what? Like, what? 100 Ghana cedis in Naira is like 7,000, and that's like $10. So I don't know about like how much movies are priced like in America and stuff like that, but for me, being a Nigerian babe, I was like, that's absurd. Like, that is extreme. Like, it doesn't even come with drinks. No, it doesn't come with drinks. It doesn't come with like popcorn. It doesn't come with like water. And I'm like, no. A movie shouldn't be that expensive. Like, everybody should be able to afford and watch like a movie. Like, why is a movie 100 Ghana cedis? And why is popcorn? Everything boiled down to like 150 Ghana cedis per head just to watch a movie. Like, make it make sense. Let me know if you would pay 7K to watch a movie, just to watch a movie, no drinks, no popcorn. So yeah, I'd love to see that conversation gets going in the comments section. So now this brings us to yet another point. Ghana has a crazy VAT and taxing system, and you need to prepare yourself for that. Like, if you go there and you're not prepared for that properly, you might end up washing plates. Like, you would wash plates and nothing will happen because their VAT and like tax system is within 25% to 27% on any purchase you make. I don't have a Ghanaian debit card or credit card, so I always have to pay in cash. And then when we order and we're like, okay, maybe I spend like 200 cedis or like 250 cedis, and then when they bring the bill, it's like 300 and something Ghana cedis. I'm like, yo, calm down now, calm down. I did go to Malcolm and they still have those taxes. I went to a lot of restaurants, I went to bars, I went out, I was outside in Accra, and they did charge that crazy tax rate, and I'm just like, no wonder everywhere is empty. Make sure you keep that in mind if you're moving there, but most especially if you're visiting, because if you're visiting, you may not have like a credit card or a debit card, so you need to count and calculate your money well so that you don't wash plates. So my last but not the least point is that Ghanaians need to do better with relating with us Nigerians. Understand that Nigerians, our reputation precedes us. We have a crazy reputation, like crazy reputation, not only in Ghana but like in the whole wide world. Like, Nigerians are known for certain things that I'm not going to say on my channel, but I have never committed any of these crimes or done any of this ill stuff, but yet I get treated like I have committed this crime, which is totally unfair because I see how they treat other foreigners and they do not treat them as harsh and as aggressive as they treat me as a Nigerian. The moment I'm not going to say, I'm not speaking generally, right? I'm speaking based on my experience, and I'm not saying like all Ghanaians behave like this, because I have a lot of Ghanaian friends. Sometimes we're not to misbehave, but I've never scammed you before. So why are you speaking to me like I have scammed you? Like, it makes absolutely no sense. Like, I just find it very annoying, and sometimes it's really sad. And it makes me really sad because that's a place I grew up. And growing up as a child, I really didn't get to face that a lot because, you know, you're mixing up with like young people and they're like open-minded. So it's like Nigerians give some Ghanaians an ick. That's really weird to me sometimes, the way they treat, you know, Nigerians, being that we're so close to each other, we're West Africans. But whenever they have to get in contact with like foreigners, especially the white foreigners. They're super duper nice. Like, I don't understand how you're super duper nice to a people that literally came here, stole you, sold you, took you to go pick cotton. It's really funny to me when I see some Ghanaians street people that have like more exotical accents or look more exotic and nicer. I'm like, huh? So I know this part may ruffle some feathers, but listen, I'm ready to tussle. I'm ready to tussle because I know what I experienced there, and it was not like that like 10 years ago. So I really don't know what has been going on there. But if you feel the type of way about it, that's just my experience, and everybody has different experience on different things. So
this thing that all the time Nigerians be like, Ghana is expensive, Ghana is expensive. We've heard this thousand times. We know, and even Ghanaians, we talk about it, you understand. We are just hoping and praying that, especially when it comes to rents and all these things, especially rent, you know. But the expensive thing that all the time people talk about is mainly in Accra, because if you live outside Accra, in other places, Ghana is not expensive like that, you understand. So for me, if you really want to live a very comfortable life, not living in Accra, not too expensive and all that, I would say you should live outside Accra. That's the best places. We have nice places outside Accra that you can live and feel very comfortable. So just choose. And also Chale FUFU ni Aponchi in Accra, especially, that one is my favorite though. It's actually one of my best foods. Thank you so much for watching.